Right, so I made it up to the park. Weather's nice today, and I thought I'd give the Volantex Firstar a quick maiden. Just quickly go over the setup that I've got in here. I went for the Lemon micro receiver because I'm a Spectrum DSMX guy. So this is their new Lemon 6-channel micro receiver DSMX. The only battery I could find is this 450 milliamp Overlander, which I use for a 130 helicopter. It's a bit too light, so I've had to add in 20 grams of weight in the front. Ideally, this really needs like an 800 milliamp battery in the front of it, so that to get the balance, it wants about 50 grams. The battery's 30 grams, and so I've got 20 grams of lead in there to balance it out. So say about an 850 milliamp battery would be fine. Obviously needs to be JST. The plane's pretty much a stock setup, and so I've just bound it to my my DX8 here. Obviously if you're using it for FPV, then that would add the additional weight required for the front, but just be advised that you need about 50 grams of weight on the front. Let's just put the hatch back on. It looks like someone's having a bonfire up here, which is nice. Just come to my local park to fly this being a park flyer. And so, excuse me, one thing I did notice, I just gave it a quick buzz around, that we've got really short grass here at the local park, and it actually did ground takeoff, which was quite impressive for this little plane. So I'll just show you that quickly now. So let's check our surfaces, all good. Okay, and let's take off. There we go. So it's got plenty enough power in it, as you can see, to take off. No problem at all. Just give it a little bit of trim. Oh, see, it's pretty lively still. I think the centre of gravity still wants to be a little bit further forward. It does seem to be quite sensitive on the elevator there. Let's try and settle this down a bit. So I'm just going to just bumble this around, do some low level proximity flying. Yeah, I definitely think this CG needs to come further forward a bit. As you can see, I'm having to fight it a little bit, and there really isn't any wind tonight. I've dialed in, I think it's 15 Expo on this. They give you no settings in the manual as to where to put the control horns, which hole to use on the horns. I've gone furthest out to give me the maximum authority or maximum resolution on the servos, and I mean it's reasonably responsive. It probably wants a little bit more, depends how you want to fly it obviously. So this is about 3/4 throttle, and just sort of cruising around. Yeah, I definitely think that it needs a little bit more nose weight in it. You can see it is dragging its tail a little bit round, and a little bit lively to fly. But very small park here, and as you can see, it's quite happily just bumbling around the park here. Let's try some coordinated rudder turns. See if that smooths things out. Yeah, that seems a bit nicer. Let's get a bit more power up. See, it climbs really well. Obviously it's not on a vertical on a plane this size, but on a two-sail it's pretty respectable really. Flight time not too sure yet on this tiny little 450 pack. We'll see when we've finished flying the video. I'm not going to try and do anything clever with this, because I don't think the CG is quite right, so I'll try any inverted or any rolls or anything. It's just get the battery through it and bring it down, then adjust that CFG. right circles here. Maybe I should change direction just to show that I can actually fly. A left-hand circuit as well. Oh, watch the tree. There we go. It's pretty agile. I guess it's down to its weight. I mean, all that weight here with this little 450 battery is only about 250 grams in there. But it does move pretty well once you get the power on. But quite nice, calm night tonight. Just bumbling around the park, and say just doing some nice low level flying. I say there really isn't any wind tonight, but this is a little bit of a handful. Just flying around, but I think that's just purely because of the centre of gravity. I'm going to try and see if I can find a stone or something to stick in the front, and see if that helps matters. I say it is dragging its backside around. Let's oh, there we go, in for a landing. Premature. I was just going to check the glide slope on it before it came in there, so let's just quickly try that. I know some of the guys, a guy on YouTube and a guy on Hobby King's website was asking about it for its gliding capability, so I'll do a hand launch on it this time to get up. So full power. It launches so easily, it's untrue. Don't need to throw it at all. Right, let's point it into the wind, and yeah, it does drop pretty much like a stone. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a great glider. It does make quite a cool RC car though, on short grass. As I say, you can just taxi this thing around if you get it on a nice bit of short grass and just buzz it around the floor, which I did earlier. Once it gets going, give it a whole bunch of rudder, and we'll just scoot it around the park.